So we're back in the plane. I just contacted clearance delivery release. A citation jet just took off in front of us, so I'm waiting for clearance. Probably following him, starting Rowan County, which is Salisbury, North Carolina, and now heading to Rome, Georgia. Departing runway 2, he told me climb maintain 3000. We have our departure frequency.
Mid-Carolina. November 8 Tango Sierra, yep.
Airport. Yeah, go ahead for 8 Tango Sierra.
November 8 Tango Sierra on departure, turn left heading at 250, maintain 3000. Verify you can provide your own terrain obstruction clearance.
Yeah, we can maintain obstruction clearance up to 3000, and you said that was runway heading?
No, sir, left turn heading 250, 215, 3000.
Left 250 up to 3000, and we'll be good on terrain, 8 Tango Sierra.
8 Tango Sierra, our latest clearance 1842, time now 1838. Actually, we'll give it to 45, 1845, and time now 1839.
All right, we're void at 1842, and we'll notify you by 1845 for 8 Tango Sierra.
You got it, we'll talk to you in just a bit.
Roger that, 8 Tango Sierra. All right, so that guy, that'll be them. Rowan traffic, Diamond Twin Star 458 Tango Sierra, entering runway 2, departing to the west. Will be left turn out 250 degrees, Rowan. Allergy season here. All right. All the runway we can get here. Of plenty, but and that's left to 250.
Number 37 Bravo, turn 30 degrees left, vectors for the final approach course.
Los Angeles 260 Alpha Victor, 7,200, sending 5,005 this side of Pesky.
Sirius 260 Alpha Victor, Charlotte approach on altimeters 29 or 81. Advise when you have the Monroe weather, say type approach request.
We'll do 0 Alpha Victor.
Approach, hello, Pilato 597, I'm going to go 6,000 direct, Rock Hill.
I'm now 7 November Golf Charlotte approach, advise rock hill weather, and say approach request.
I do have rock hill weather and RNAV 20, 7 November Golf.
I'm sorry, say again your approach request.
RNAV runway 20.
Okay, maybe a short delay. Charlotte is departing southbound.
Altitude.
Let me take a look at that for you.
1,000 to go. We're turning left to 240. Airspeed's good. Altitude's good. Vertical climb good. Charlotte approach November 458 Tango Sierra level or climbing for 3,000, leaving 2,200, heading 250.
458 Tango Sierra, Charlotte departure, ident, shot altimeter 2981.
Ident and 2981 for 8 Tango Sierra.
7 November Golf, turn 15, 15 degrees left.
15 to the left, 7 November Golf.
Tango Sierra, your radar contact 3 miles northwest of the Mid Carolina Regional Airport. Plan to be at 3,000, you get on the west side of Charlotte, flighting 260.
Fly heading 260 and we'll stay at 3,000 for 8 Tango Sierra. All right, 300. 200.
Approach Allegiant 1776 with you out of 11,000 for 7,000.
Victor 1776, Charlotte approach, descend and maintain 4,000, go right down, shot altimeter 2981, expect the ILS 20 approach.
Okay, down to 4,000 for Allegiant 1776, hurry down, and we were told to expect the RNAV 20, or 02 rather.
And I'm sorry, you can't expect the RNAV to runway 2 Allegiant 1776. You're going to have to be at 4,000 before we can turn you towards Charlotte, so expedite the descent. I'll get you to Laylock as soon as we can.
All right, understood. We're out of 10 for 4 at this time, and copy.
37 Bravo, descend and maintain 3,000.
All right, heading 260, 3,000, and we are armed. Tracking. The airplane out a little bit. Much better. There's a little bit of blue sky directly above me here, but we're going to be in this for a while, I'm guessing. Keep us at
1776. You're about 12 miles from Laylock. You're cleared direct Laylock. Cross at 3,000. Cleared RNAV GPS runway 2 approach at Concord.
All right, direct Laylock intersection. Cross it at 3,000. We are cleared the ILS or GPS runway 2 at Concord. Allegiant 1776.
He's going to keep us at 3,000 until we get west of Charlotte.
It's Monroe, like to do the RNAV 23.
2 Alpha Victor, roger. After PEG, you're clear direct Locus.
Going to be a little while.
Direct Lucas, 0 Victor.
Hopefully the battery will hold up in the camera until we get maybe some higher altitudes and break out on top.
Bravo, roger. You're clear direct to Monroe if you'd like to do that. Descend now, maintain 2,300. going to maintain 4,000.
Oil temp's good, oil pressure's good, coolant temp's good. Fuel temperature's fine, we have plenty of fuel on board.
November Golf, reference any 20 approach to Rock Hill, you're probably looking at a 1 hour delay.
Well then, we'll do the runway 2 then.
7 November Golf, Roger, and give you the GPS or ILS2 with a circle, just let me know which one you want.
The ILS.
Roger.
We are complete IMC here, that's for sure. There's not much to see outside of the airplane. Probably should have adjusted the camera.
Remember 6426 Tango, Charlotte.
To be looking inside.
Yeah, for your planning purposes, Greensboro Approach just called me and told me to inform you that Winston-Salem is currently IFR.
Every once in a while when I look down I get a little bit of ground contact, but very minimal.
26 Tango, just take your time. You can let Greensboro know whenever you get with them what you'd like to do. Tango Sierra, I'm going to have some vectors for traffic and weather as you approach, well, probably another 20 miles, and we'll be able to get you higher once we get you over there.
All right, 8 Tango Sierra, I'll be listening. Yeah, there's a little bit of weather up here ahead of us. Nothing too major. There's some off here to the left of our course. I'm hoping that he'll vector us right or a little bit north. Does look like there's traffic out here in front of me, but
37 Bravo, Monroe, now 12 o'clock and 8 miles.
A good distance away from us. Airspeed's good, temperature's pressure's good, airplane is trimmed.
37 Bravo, clear visual approach Monroe Airport, for IFR cancellation, this frequency in the air on the ground with flight service.
There's a bunch of blue sky.
Bravo, IFR cancellation received, squawk 1200, have a good day, sir.
We're going right back into it. Outside air temperature's 13 degrees, no worry about icing here. Definitely in and out of the clouds, but pretty much no
1776 radar show
ground contact.
Concord Tower on 134.65.
See a little bit of a lake below us.
Legion 1776, we'll see you.
I'm assuming that's part of Lake Norman, although I lost it
Charlie
again.
departure, Pilatus 306 Papa Charlie, 2400 for 3000.
306 Papa Charlie, Charlie departure, ident, climb and maintain 5,000.
Up to 5,000, 6 Papa Charlie.
6 Papa Charlie, radar contact, 3 miles northwest of the Rock Hill Airport, shot altimeter is 2980.
2980, 6 Papa Charlie, thank you.
146 indicated, 153 true. We're making 159 knots over the ground. That's not too bad. We have other traffic basically.
6 Papa Charlie, turn right at
this way.
310, contact Charlotte approach on 120.5.
310, 120.5, 6 Papa Charlie.
I'm assuming he's above me, probably departing out of Charlotte. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to see him in weather that I'm in, but he's also eastbound, I'm westbound, so at a bare minimum.
26 Tango, VFR altitude, your discretion. Contact Greensboro approach on 126.6 and let them know where your new destination will be.
Actually below me, but I don't think he'll be below because I'm only at 3,000 feet. That must be all departing and landing traffic for Charlotte.
Freight Tango Sierra, flighting 240.
Heading 240 for 8 Tango Sierra. That wasn't really the direction. Well, yeah, he might be taking a small gap here.
November 8 Tango Sierra, climb and maintain 4,000.
Climb maintain 4,000 for 8 Tango Sierra.
Tango, yeah, try him again on 126.6. If that doesn't work, try him on 124.35. Good day, sir.
There's some sky.
Here's 585 Bravo, Sean approach. Sean, altimeter's 2980. Advise when you have the Monroe weather, say approach request. Go Bravo, you can expect that.
So the plane was in the shop a couple of weeks ago.
Traffic 2 miles south, you position northbound level 5000 regional jet.
I'll be looking, but we're in and out IMC for 8 Tangos here. $5,000, so he's well above me. Oh, there he is. 8 Tango Sierra has that traffic, no factor. All right, anyway, I was about to say the plane was in the shop a couple of weeks ago. They made some adjustments.
8 Tango Sierra, flying 230.
Heading 230 for 8 Tango Sierra.
7 November Golf, descend now, maintain 3000.
Now to 3000, November Golf.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, 20 miles from Locust, cross Locust at above 3000, cleared RNAV GPS 23 approach to Monroe.
Locust at above 3000, clear for the GPS, RNAV 23 approach 0 Alpha Victor.
Number 5 Golf Bravo, descend to maintain 4000.
Anyway, as I said, they made some adjustments to the wastegate brackets on the turbos, and we were having some power.
8 Tango Sierra, you do have an area of moderate to heavy precipitation, 12 o'clock and about 20 miles. The plan is in another 10 miles, kind of turn you southbound, get you south of that stuff, and then take you on course to Rome. Unless you want to go just slightly northwestbound, there's an area of light precip. You could go northbound to get around it. Just let me know.
Yeah, I see that on my NEXRAD. I think the northbound route would be okay. 8 Tangos here.
Can make that happen. Just maintain 4000. Turn right heading 310, vector weather.
Right, 310, maintain 4000 for 8 Tangos here. Okay. Probably going to get a little bit of bump up here.
Number 8 Tango Sierra, flying 300.
300 for 8 Tango Sierra. Anyway, they made adjustments. I've got equal power on both engines now. The plane feels like it's flying very well. Very easy to make the power adjustments, make them even. Good. Oh, I'm going to go when I came out of the cloud.
8 Tango Sierra, climb and maintain 6000.
Climb maintain 6000 for 8 Tango Sierra. When I came out of the clouds during that turn a minute ago, it was one of those moments that they teach you about in instrument training. I really had to focus down on the instruments. I glanced out for just a moment and got a little bit of spatial disorientation. I felt like I was in a much steeper turn than I was. So when I looked down, focused on the instruments, trust the instruments.
Really. Tango Sierra, you can expect higher when you get over into Atlanta Center's airspace. Just let them know what vector you're on and contact them on 125.15, 2515. Take care.
All right, I'll call Atlanta 2515 and I'll let them know the vector and climbing to 6,000 now. Thanks for your help. Hey, Tango Sierra.
Anytime. Good flight, sir.
Okay. Didn't expect them to be handed off to Atlanta quite so fast, but that's okay. Atlanta Center, November 458 Tango Sierra, 4,680, climbing 6,000, vector 300.
Sir 458 Tango Sierra, Atlanta Center, roger, Hickory altimeter 2983.
2983, 8 Tango Sierra.
Okay, Tango Sierra, do you have the areas of moderate precipitation at your 11 to 12 o'clock, 5 miles extending approximately 1.5 miles scattered?
Yeah, I'm watching that on my NEXRAD, 8 Tango Sierra.
Options 370, traffic 12 o'clock, 8 miles northwestbound is an SR-22 12,000.
Altitude.
Anyway, probably are going to hit some bumps here.
Blue Chick 5432, Atlanta Center, roger, climb and maintain, flight level 210. Areas of moderate to heavy precipitation as you make your turn, extending to about 5 to 10 miles east of the snowbird vortex.
All right, 5,000 coming up on 500. That'll be 500 to go to our assigned altitude.
Options 370, descend and maintain 11,000.
Almost wish they'd just go ahead and turn me left here. It's like a smaller area of precip off to the left, but see what they say. 100 to go. There's 6,000.
Atlanta King Air 100, Bravo Echo 11-9, descending 10,000. We have the weather at Hickory and a request.
And there's 6,000 captured, still heading 300.
Atlanta King Air 100, Bravo Echo 11-5, descending 10,000.
King Air 100, Bravo Echo, Atlanta Center, roger, Hickory altimeter 2983.
2983, thanks, 0 Bravo Echo.
Options 370, contact Tri-Cities approach 125.5.
All right, outside air temperature's 8 degrees.
Looking to deviate. There's a 5861 Sierra, deviations approved, when able, direct Roanoke and advise.
7 degrees now.
Citation 12 Whiskey Charlie, Atlanta Center, roger, climb and maintain, flight level 230. Number 606 Mike Foxtrot, contact Indianapolis Center 124.62.
Zero Bravo Echo request.
You call in two frequencies. 2785, go ahead. Number 344 Papa Victor, Atlanta Center, Roger, climb and maintain, fall level 190, areas of moderate precipitation, staying present position for the next 15 miles.
Atlanta Center, Centurion 75, Echo.
Number 75 Echo Echo, contact at Charlotte approach 128.32.
2832, Echo Echo, thanks for the help.
And number 58 Tango Sierra, you said you were looking to go direct London? And number 606 Mike Foxtrot, flip the switch 124.62.
All right, plane's getting a bath now.
District 5432, say indicated airspeed. District 5432, roger, maintain 250 knots assigned.
146 indicated, 161 true, 169 over the ground. Our NEXRAD, definitely pretty accurate right now. It said we were going to hit a cell. Not a cell, but some moderate precip right when we did. And it looks like we're going to go into a little bit heavier.
Correction, number 458 Tango Sierra, climb and maintain 10,000.
Climb maintain 10,000 for 458 Tango Sierra.
Number 228,
Okay, well, I lost my battery somewhere on the climb out. We just broke out. Right as I leveled off at 10,000 feet, I was with Atlanta Center. They just gave me over to Asheville approach. And we are now in very smooth, clear air on top of the clouds.
PIS not available.
I'm going to reconfigure our power settings here.
Endeavor 3330, descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend and maintain 7,000, 3330.
That was a very busy IFR climb, lots of vectors, altitude changes.
Asheville approach, bearing 8172 Romeo is out of 6,800 climbing to 9,000.
Been through quite a bit of weather there.
Asheville altimeter 2984.
2984,
But,
Endeavor 3330, expedite your descent traffic.
Expedite descent, Endeavor 3330.
We'll be coming up to Asheville there in a few miles. I don't have any expectations that we'll see the airport, but we're going to fly just a little bit south of midfield. We'll be definitely flying right through their controlled airspace, but we're on with them now. Outside air temperature's 3 degrees. I was watching for ice when we climbed up through 8,000, 9,000. As we got to 10,000 feet, we got to 3 degrees. Didn't have to put on anti-icing systems at all. We weren't in it very long. Once we got to at altitude, we popped out of the clouds here. There are some areas of precip up ahead of us. I don't know what the tops of those are. We'll figure that out when we get there. Right now, I'm indicating 140 knots. True airspeed's 165. We're 159 over the ground, so we've just got about a 6-knot headwind. Compared to most of my recent flights, that's pretty good.
Endeavor 3330, descend and maintain 6,000.
Maybe someday I'll get a flight where I actually have a tailwind that helps me out. Hasn't happened recently, but anyway, we're up here on top. Beautiful day up here. Cloudy and nasty down below. A lot of the airports along our route are definitely reporting IFR. But we have 160 nautical miles. We're direct to Rome now. I will be looking into an approach as we get
Endeavor
closer.
3330, proceed that direct destination, contact rear approach 118.8.
I do think there'll be VFR when we get there, but I will probably go ahead and request the full approach just because it's sort of mountainous around that area. And I don't know what the ceilings they were expecting earlier, that the ceilings would be around 4,000 feet, which gives me plenty for a VFR visual approach, but terrain around there, and I don't know exactly what's going to happen with ceilings until you get there. I'll probably ask for vectors for ILS into runway 1 down there. And looking out ahead, I see some cloud tops definitely that we'll be skimming over most likely here. I'm not really sure if that's the precip I'm seeing here on the NEXRAD. My guess is that that is not the precip that I have up ahead. My guess is that's tops and that precip is further on down. I'm on a 100 nautical mile scale. Now that might be it actually. Now that I rescaled my next screen, that gives me a better idea.
Asheville for Baron 72 Romeo, can we expect 9,000 for a while, or are you going to climb to 10,000?
Baron 72 Romeo, maintain 9,000. I have crossing traffic about 15 miles north of your position, southwest bound.
72 Romeo.
I think he's talking about me. Somebody wants to get to my altitude, but he's at 9,000. He's pretty much undoubtedly down in that layer of clouds below us. I'm sure he's looking to get up here to visual conditions. Anyway, 37.5 miles is where that precip is showing up. I'm not the best judge of distance up here at these altitudes, but I don't think that's quite 37 miles away, so I think the precipitation that's showing up here is further on beyond these cloud tops that we're coming up on now, so. We're only 7.5 miles from the Asheville airport, pretty much just barely right off the left nose of the plane. 7.5 miles out. We for sure will not see it. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Right now, wind direction 310, wind speed 5 knots, visibility is only 2 miles. Must be some, mist and rain down there right now. That is supposed to clear out as we get closer. Ceilings are at 3,100 feet, broken, 4,700 feet. Broken, 7,500 overcast. So I look at the ILS here, what the minimums for visibility are. Now I'm going to take out some of these crates that I'm not ordering now, or using now.
We're just crossing Contney for GPS number 2 approach, full stop, Mid-Carolina. Appreciate the help, thanks.
Alright, so as we go to procedures and approaches, I want to do the ILS to 1. Minimum visibility is 3/4 of a mile, so at 2 miles we're good. If that doesn't change as we get closer, we'll definitely be asking for that. But I've got 55 minutes estimated time en route at this point, so plenty of time to think about that. So again, temperatures, pressures are all good, fuel. We have 37 gallons remaining. That gives us endurance from here of 2 hours and 49 minutes. More than plenty to get us somewhere else. As I see a little bit of ground contact up ahead, it certainly looks a lot clearer down there than it was earlier back where I just left, and if that continues, we'll be in really good shape in Rome. So. The precip that I'm showing here is still another 20-25 miles out. Looks like the worst of it is off to our north. We may go in and out of just a little bit of it along this route, but we'll keep an eye on it. Anyway, I do have some ground contact down here now, off to the south. Still looks pretty not great weather up there to the north of us. Just a wee little bit of turbulence here. For the most part, it's pretty clear and smooth. Anyway, I'm going to turn off the camera now, save the battery for when we get closer to the approach. Alright, so I'm going to check back on. I just got switched over to Atlanta Center. And as I'm moving forward here, I'm looking ahead. I know there's some precip in the general vicinity. And I think, according to my flight path, a little tip on using NEXRAD, it's been accurate today. One of the things you want to look at when you're using NEXRAD is the age of the report. So NEXRAD, my radar picture here is only 2 minutes old, and my lightning picture is only 1 minute old. I haven't seen any lightning strikes at all today. It's not that kind of weather day, at least not at this point in time. There may be some of that this evening, but we'll be on the ground.
1877
well before that. But, you know, I feel pretty good in this path. You know, I was wondering a minute ago when I went on with Atlanta Center, would they vector me around, maybe take me down here to the south? But if their radar picture is relatively similar to my NEXRAD picture, at only 2-3 minutes old, I would expect it is. This front is not moving very fast today. I've been watching it really for a couple of days and talked to the weather briefers this morning. And, you know, here we go back into a
2597, maintain 310.
sort of an upper layer here. Now, if you're using NEXRAD, you know, people will tell you, always be aware of the age of the report.
Delta 2597, maintain the 320 knots.
And, no, I'm
Delta 1877, maintain
very happy with it at this point. What I have to watch out now is my outside air temperature is 1 degree Celsius. So as I go in and out of this precipitation or visible moisture, I will have to keep an eye out for any potential icing.
Delta 2597, clear direct to Ozzy.
Again, we'll probably be in and out of it fairly quickly, if any at all. But I'll be watching that. If I have any signs of it, I'll go ahead and turn on my
3552,
anti-icing equipment, fill the anti-icing system several weeks ago when I was up in Pennsylvania.
1561,
I ended up not using it that way. The guy that owns the plane with me is taking a couple of flights. Doesn't appear that he used any of it. So my de-icing level is totally full here. But
1561,
I am now back in full-blown IMC. I had some ground contact there for a little while. I expect the visibility to be like this for probably the next, let's say 30 miles or so, maybe a little bit longer, possibly 40 miles. After that, really doesn't appear to be any precip.
Southwest 5629.
There is a little bit
128.52.
around the Rome airport right now, which is our destination, but it's a very small cell, so
Southwest 3552, clear direct sugar.
I expect it'll probably move on in the we've got 47 minutes still en route. That does not include time for procedure, should I use that. So our airspeed's good, instruments are all good, all our temperatures and pressures still looking just fine. Really a lot of IMC on this flight, but overall pretty nice flight. A little bit of bumpiness when we were vectoring around the weather back north of Charlotte, but certainly not the worst weather I've ever been in. A very capable plane. I like the DA-42, it's a good plane. This equipped with synthetic vision, NEXRAD and terrain and all of that stuff. We do have a fully WAAS certified GPS system, which I used earlier today. I had
Atlanta Center, Navajo 81.
Had to leave the airport we store the plane at and go up to where our maintenance shop is.
When I said Delta, it's going to maintain 7,200.
I had enough oil for the trip down here, but we do burn some oil en route in these engines. And I didn't feel comfortable going back down there and flying back tomorrow without some reserve oil to add to the engines if I needed. And this is a diesel plane. Here we go, getting back into some bumpy weather. We're moving into that area precip now. Be anything major. Anyway, not many airports have the diesel oil for this, so
Delta 981, cross Ozzy out, maintain 12,000.
The ILS is out. There's no ILS functioning right now at the airport where our mechanic is. It's been out for quite a while. I don't have any idea when it back online. But I GPS with an LPV approach broke out right at bare minimums. And if this plane did not have the WAAS, I would have had to cancel my trip today or either drive down to Georgia. It's a 6-hour drive. I have to come back tomorrow. I really don't like to do that 2 days in a row if I don't have to. So anyway, that's an instance where having a WAAS certified GPS in the Garmin system with LPV approaches got me in. A regular RNAV without LPV would not have gotten me there. And you know, something to think about. We spent a pretty healthy chunk of money getting the WAAS receiver installed in this plane. I was not instrument rated at that point. My business partner who owns the plane with me was, and he was pretty adamant that we had to have it. So him being more experienced, I went with his word on it, and I sure am glad I did now that I've used it a couple of times. Now, if you don't have a WAAS GPS and you're thinking about it, you can afford it, I would highly recommend it because it totally meant the difference between go, no go for me today.
Delta 1877, descend and maintain level 190.
Anyway, we're about midway through this area precip now.
2597, cross Ozzy.
And it's a little bit bumpy, but it's really nothing to speak of. I'm still looking for ice outside. I do see just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put my anti-icing system on just low.
Atlanta Center, good afternoon.
For now.
561 Delta Juliet.
Probably won't need it for very long, but better safe than sorry. So,
Juliet, Atlanta Center, Roger, altimeter 2982.
82.
Still keep an eye on it. It does,
contact on approach 128.52.
it does sound like I'm in a little bit of
Delta 1877,
light sleet at this point. So, we'll run that for a little bit. Just out of caution.
Delta 1193, contact on approach 128.52.
I do see maybe just a little trace of ice out there, but
Delta 1877, ready, thank you.
we'll
Tower 3552, descend and maintain 1000, asphalt altimeter 2988.
go run the system.
One Echo Delta, descend and maintain 7000.
81 Echo Delta, passing 7,000.
I do have the option as well if I wanted to get into, I'm right at 0 degrees outside air temperature at this point. I do have the option to go down to a lower altitude, but
you can expect Ozzy 120,250 knots. I'll have the
we're still 104 miles from Rome. Not quite 40 minutes left. I prefer to stay up here at 10,000 just because we are still over some mountainous areas here in western North Carolina and upstate South Carolina, upstate Georgia. Being that there's no visibility to speak of below me, I will keep the highest altitude practical. I know I'd be safe at 8,000, but safer at 10,000, so that's where we stay unless we really had to make a change for some reason. As I said, we're a little over about halfway through this area of precip showing up on the radar. I would anticipate another at most 20-25 miles of this visibility here.
Delta 1877.
We might possibly break out of it in the next 12 to 15 miles though. Anyway, I'm going to save the battery, nothing really to look at outside of the plane at this point. Just thought I would give you a sort of a rundown on capabilities of the plane.
A1 Echo Delta, contact your approach on 18.
How we use it.
845 Bravo Bravo Atlanta Center, descend and maintain follow with 200.
I'm going to check back in here. I'm doing a little bit of cloud surfing here again. I'm currently 62.5 miles. 62.5 miles from Rome Airport. Go through some moderate icing. Turn the ice system off. Went back, turned it back on again. Going 24 minutes from our destination at this point.
392, contact Atlanta Center 126.67, good day.
We'll probably start descending pretty soon.
2667 for Delta 392.
Delta 1410, contact Knoxville approach 118.0.
NEXRAD showing a cell north of the airport.
Delta 1410, Knoxville approach 118.0.
Approach for the runway 19 because the winds are favoring it just ever so slightly. If that cell is still there, I'll probably go in for the ILS.
256.11.5
it would only be like a 2-knot tailwind.
IFR, altitude of discretion, Knoxville altimeter 2983. Someone else calling. Who is that?
Endeavor 5256.
We'll see what it looks like when we get a little closer.
Endeavor 5256, Atlanta Center, climb maintain, flight level 230.
Visibility did clear up
5256.
fairly significantly.
405 Alpha, are you making a full stop at Dalton, or are you just touch and go?
We'll be at touch and go. We have the weather at Dalton, and we are requesting the RNAV 32.
Roger. Number 405 Alpha, what fix are you requesting, sir?
Anyway, just thought I'd pick up a little bit of cloud surfing on the camera. I'll turn it back on as we get into the approach. If my battery holds up. I'm not real sure it will or it won't, but we'll...
Southwest 180, climb maintain, flight level 230.
I will try to capture it.
South 180.
Number 4 Lima, Quebec, center maintain, 1000.
I'm expecting he's going to start descending us here pretty soon.
11,02985.
Outside air temperature is still 0, but mostly in clear air.
405 Alpha, number 405 Alpha, clear direct on Newt.
Direct on Newt for 05 Alpha.
I'm also expecting another frequency change or possibly 2. Do have some ground contact here.
Afternoon Atlanta, November 903 Golf Whiskey out of 31 for 240.
That'll be going away again here in just a moment.
Climb maintain, flight level 230. Or correction, number 903 Golf Whiskey, Atlanta Center, Roger, descend and maintain, flight level 230.
The other way, down to 230, thanks. 903 Golf Whiskey.
Southwest 180, contact Atlanta Center 126.67, good day.
Southwest 180, good day.
The camera on for another second as we go through this little bit of cloud here and see what's on the other side.
Number 8172 Romeo, Atlanta Center, Roger, Knoxville, altimeter 2982.
I guess more clouds. Go ahead and turn the camera off. The battery.
903 Golf Whiskey, descend and maintain 3000, Knoxville, altimeter 2982.
On down to 13, 13,282, 903 Golf Whiskey.
Alright, camera back on. We're at
2599, contact Atlanta Center 126.67.
They've told me leave 10,000 for 7 and maintain.
Altitude.
For now 8,000 for 7,000. For some reason I'm not picking up the weather. We're only 37 miles out, but I do have it on my XM subscription. The wind's still favoring runway 19.
Sierra, so moderate and heavy precipitation 3 miles northeast of the airport. Seems to be about 10 miles in diameter. Advise if any deviations.
Yeah, I was just looking at it on NEXRAD. I was hoping to do the RNAV for 19, but maybe we'll plan for the ILS into runway 1 out there and keep me south of that.
Or maybe Tango Sierra, Roger.
Center Piaggio 145 Sierra Lima with you out of 26.5 for flight level 240.
Number 145 Sierra Lima, last and Roger.
Brickyard 3400 is checking in, coming to 11 for 14,000.
Brickyard 3400, Atlanta Center, climb maintain, flight level 200.
200, Brickyard 3400.
Set up the approach again here. 937, so we'll call it 940.
Tango Sierra, clear at Corral.
8 Tango Sierra, that was cleared where?
P Kilo Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, Corral.
Roger that. I'll put that in. Go direct there now. Thank you.
Number 72 Romeo, contact Indianapolis Center 124.62 today.
Rail. I was going to call it Carroll, but Corral. I'll have to remember for the future. That threw me off. I was hoping he'd send me to the Rome VOR and give me a couple of turns going into Corral.
Hey, Tango Sierra, I gave you Corral to set up for that ILS that you were requesting, sir.
Yeah, roger that. That'll be a pretty steep turn. Could I go to the Rome VOR and then Corral?
Sarah Maple 7545, 11,000, climbing 14,000, best forward speed.
No rain, Tango Sierra, clears your test. Requested clear direct Rome, direct Corral, direct, maintain 7,000.
All right, we're direct, or Romeo Mike Golf, VOR, then maintain 7,000, 8 Tango Sierra. That's a little better. I don't want to have to come in and make such a steep turn to set up for my approach.
Number 16 Sierra, just going to maintain 7,000.
Okay, 7160, we're out of 11,000 for 7,000.
Ultimate 851, contact line center 125.902.
2592, ultimate 851.
Southwest 4588, contact Atlanta Center 126.67, good day.
2667, how are you getting? Skywest 4588.
All right, so we're going to
Sarah
get...
Maple 7545, 12,500, climbing 14,000, best forward.
Southwest 7545, Atlanta Center, climb maintain, follow with 230.
Climb 230, Maple 7545.
Brickyard 3400, climb maintain, follow with 230.
230, Brickyard 3400.
Yeah, we're going to be in and out of some turbulence at this altitude. I was kind of hoping he'd give us a little bit lower, but...
Number 57, Mike Charlie, Atlanta Center, climb maintain, follow with...
Lots of ground contact.
Point set of 571, Atlanta Center, roger, climb maintain 16,000, Atlanta altimeter, Chattanooga altimeter 2985.
Gives us lower.
Number 5 Sierra Lima, descend and maintain 15,000, Chattanooga altimeter 2985.
Okay, 2985 and down to 15,000 for 145 Sierra Lima.
Southwest 5466, Sullivan 14,000.
Southwest 5466, Atlanta Center, climb maintain, follow with 230.
Up to 230, Southwest 5466.
We're trimming out my engines there.
Number 57, Mike Charlie, Atlanta.
Anyway, this will be a visual approach, but I'm still going to run the whole
Number 3 Golf
ILS.
Whiskey, contact Knoxville approach 118.0 today.
1803 Golf Whiskey, good day.
So, by Rome, at or above 3,000. Rail.
Atlanta Center, November 57, Mike Charlie, leveling
3,000.
Assigned heading 355.
Final approach
Charlie,
fix.
Atlanta Center, climb maintain, flight level 230.
HBQ.
Climb maintain 230.
We should intercept at 400 feet on our glide path. As always, I've got to watch out for the DI switchover. We lose the cap 140 on the DI switch when we leave terminal mode, which we're in now. I'll switch to the localizer for ILS, be in approach mode, and the cap 140 will lose it at that point. I have to reactivate the approach in order to get everything stabilized so that we get back on glide slope, which hopefully we never off of.
Temperature 18 Celsius. Dew point
16 Sierra, contact Atlanta approach 12. Contact Atlanta approach 132.47. Good day.
3247, 7160, good day.
7 Mike Sierra, main altitude, maintain flight level.
Station 2011 Zulu. Wind 240 at 03. Visibility 10.
Number 7 Mike Charlie,
Sky
main altitude,
conditions
maintain flight level
3,500.
Maintain 210.
Overcast 9,000. Temperature 18 Celsius. Dew point 16 Celsius. Altimeter 2985. Remarks. Density altitude 1,000.
132.05.
132.05 for 8 Tango Sierra Lone.
Number 630 Golf Sierra, land center Roger, climb, maintain flight level 230. Southwest 5466, contact the land center 125.9ers. Center cross Glavin at maintain 14,000, land altimeter 2986.
Glavin at 14,000, Delta 80.
Atlanta Center, November 458 Tango Sierra, level 7,000, direct Rome VOR for the ILS runway 1 at Rome.
458 Tango Sierra, land center, Rome altimeter 2985, descend maintain 5,000.
Descend maintain 5,000, 2985 for 8 Tango Sierra.
8 Tango Sierra, and you want the ILS Rome. Advise you got the weather and the NOTAMs at Rome, please.
I have weather and NOTAMs in Rome, 8 Tango Sierra.
8 Tango Sierra, Roger. I'm sorry, say one more time.
All right, hopefully our battery will hold up. 20 miles from the Rome VOR, which will be our initial approach.
8 Mike Tango, fly heading of 170.
Pull a little power in this descent because
8 Tango Sierra, descend maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000 for 8 Tango Sierra. Probably going to be a little rough going down through some of these clouds. Maybe, maybe not, but... So that
8
cell
Mike Tango, fly heading
is off
160.
that way. Wait.
At a 14, connect land approach, 12.
Or north.
28-0, Delta 14, have a good day.
If we go missed, it's a climb to 1100. That was going to be rough. Another bump. That wasn't too bad.
8 Tango Sierra, say you're ready, descend.
Descending at 500 feet per minute. You need faster?
Yeah, if you could, expedite descend down at 4,000 for traffic, please. 8 Tango Sierra.
You got it. I'll go to 900.
Thanks. 5230 November, contact land center 133.1.
33-1 for 30 November.
8 Mike Tango, fly heading 150.
Oh, heck, let's give him 1,000. All right, so our GPS system's in terminal mode.
Hey, Mike Tango, you can set up a direct T-Street cab. I'll have that for you here in just a minute.
We're cleared to 4,000. 3,000 is our minimum when we get to the Rome VOR, which was our initial approach fix. Weather certainly does look clear. It looks like most of that nasty rain is off to our north now. I have it on NEXRAD and I can actually see it. we should be in good shape for landing. Alright, so...
Delta 1052, 270, pilot discretion 240. Delta 1052, Atlanta Center, good afternoon.
500 to go. I think I'm going to start slowing up that descent a little bit so we don't flow through the alignment of 4,000.
458 Tango Sierra, proceed direct Rome, maintain 4,000 to establish, cleared ILS run 1 into Rome, report Carroll inbound.
Alright, we'll maintain 4,000, cleared to Rome, we'll report Carroll inbound, and are we cleared for the ILS then? 458 Tango Sierra?
Hey, Tango Sierra, that's correct. Maintain 4,000 to establish on the approach, and you're clear for the approach.
Roger that, we'll maintain 4,000 till established, and I'll let you know when we're Carroll inbound.
8 Mike Tango, proceed to Peachtree Cab Airport.
Alright, so we're 4,000 now.
8 Mike Tango, Connect line approach, 121.0.
And when we turn inbound on course, I'm supposed to notify him.
Hey, Tango Sierra, just give you a heads up. The radar does pick some moderate precipitation northeast of the Rome Airport, about 3 to 4 miles, extended northeastbound.
Yeah, 8 Tango Sierra, I'm in pretty good visibility now. It appears that's all clear of the field, so I should be just fine. Hey, Tango Sierra, yeah, I'm in good visibility now. I can see that cell. It's clear of the field.
Okay, thank you.
And Rome traffic, Diamond Twin Star 8 Tango Sierra is
5548 Victor,
6 miles southwest of the field, going to follow the ILS in from the Rome VOR, runway 1.
48 Victor, proceed direct LaGrange, Lima Golf Charlie, then direct to destination, maintain 9,000.
I started calling that out. I called back to him. I forgot I switched my radio. I was getting ready to make a radio call to Rome traffic, let them know I was out here inbound, monitoring them. Oh, no, I'm not.
19 Celsius. Dew point 16 Celsius. Altimeter 298.
Ah, so he pays to double check that. Rome traffic.
Delta 1052 is leaving 270. Delta 52, roger, cross chip rad, maintain 13,000.
Rome traffic, Diamond Twin Star 458 Tango Sierra, southwest of the airport, direct Rome VOR, then following ILS in runway 1, Rome. Alright, so we're...
Rome Unicom, aircraft into Rome, you full stop.
Yeah, roger that, we'll be full stop for overnight parking. 8 Tango Sierra.
Okay, thank you. I'll see you in a minute. You got someone picking you up?
Supposed to, yeah. Hopefully they'll be there.
Okay, I won't bother you. I'll be out on Apron Park, you think?
Roger that. See you in a few. I like coming to this airport. They're very accommodating, very friendly. They always take good care of me when I'm here. Alright, so anyway, 4,000 till Rome.
Vertical track.
It's telling me I should begin my descent, but he did tell me to maintain 4,000 till the Rome VOR. That's fine. I should still be at 3,000 when I get to Carroll.
40 Victor, you got the request?
Carroll inbound, and I'll have 3 miles to make that descent.
48 Victor, right deviations approved, direct LaGrange when you're here. And 48 Victor, just for my purposes, about how far is that weather ahead of you?
Alright, so now we're in terminal mode. A turn right. And 4 seconds.
You said about 85, is that correct?
We're all clear out here.
Oh, fine. Okay. There's a huge, sometimes big delay in our weather. I'm not showing anything. I'm sure it'll pop here in just a minute. I appreciate that.
Runway 23, Cherokee County traffic.
Now we're cleared and the approach is armed. Now we're down to 3,000.
Southwest 1895, 330.
Just cross 1895, Roger, you have clearance for lower.
Sorry, I stepped on you, sir.
TK traffic,
You have
Terrain
clearance for
210,
lower?
Mike, my left downwind.
Yeah, I was trying to step on you there. 330, discretion 240.
South 1895, thank you. Cross Glavin at maintain 14000, line altimeters 2986.
Glavin at 14000, 2986, Southwest 1895.
All right, we'll go ahead and set approach power. We're a little bit fast here, not terribly. Some visibility here. Atlanta Center, November 458 Tango Sierra is inbound Carroll to Rome, and we can go ahead and cancel IFR at this time.
458 Tango Sierra, Roger. IFR cancellation is received. Squawk 1200 free exchange approved. You guys have a great day.
Terrain 210, Mike,
All right, frequency change approved. Good day, Tango Sierra. Frequency IFR canceled.
Del 1546, leaving 330 for 240.
So the 1546, the line of center cross Glavin at maintain 14,000, line altimeters 2986.
Glavin at 14,000, Delta 1546.
Delta 1052, contact line of
Road traffic, Diamond Twin Star 458 Tango Sierra, inbound on the ILS for runway 1, Rome. What is going on here?
Autopilot.
Well, that's strange, the CDI didn't switch. To go. I have the field in sight. Follow the localizer down.
Leaving
We're going to do gear
altitude.
down. Landing lights on. Gears down, 3 green. Approach flaps coming in. Approach power set. Lights, gear down, 3 green. Approach flaps. Lined up on the localizer and side slope. From traffic, Diamond Twin Star 8 Tango Sierra, 6.5 mile final, runway 1, Rome. Bit more of a crosswind than I expected down here. All right, airspeed's good. A little bit off the localizer, correcting. Side slope's good. There we go. On localizer. On glide. Give that heading bug a few degrees here. There we go, that ought to hold us. Equalizer's good. Glide slope's good. Alright, lights. Gear down. Green. Fuel set. Lots of fuel. Speed's good, just a little bit fast, but that's okay. Do approach for landing flaps. That'll slow us down even more. Speed's good, 100 knots.
Minimums.
If we were breaking out, that's where we'd need to go ahead and go mist if we didn't see the runway. Alright, final check, gear down. Approach flaps, we're clear to land. I canceled my IFR in the air. Going to be just a touch of tailwind on this landing, not nothing terrible. I'll let it float down the runway here just because it's actually quite a way anyway. And all my taxiways that I wanted to get, that's okay. A lot of times when I'm landing here, you're taxiing forever. I actually overshot here. Plus that tailwind a little bit, probably about a 1 to 2 tailwind on that landing. Road traffic, Diamond Twin Star, 458 Tango Sierra, clearing the runway at Echo, taxiing the FBO.
This is Rome Unicom, Diamond, you read?
Yes, sir. This is 8 Tango Sierra.
I'll be right.
You broke up there a little bit.
Parking shop.
Unicom, 8 Tango Sierra, you broke up there.
Said I'll be right out here in my van and I'll park you and chalk you and tie you down.
Roger that. I'll see you in a minute. All right, let's get some air. It's warm. I assume this is the guy that wants me to follow him.
Yeah, come on around and face the north and I'll put you.
Anyway, everybody, thanks for flying along. Interesting flight, 2 interesting flights today. And that will do it. We're going to wrap it on up.
Thank you very much.
You got it.